Hey, what's up guys? Now check out where I am. I'm outside of Orange Theory. This is the original location in Manhattan, and it's kind of funny to talk about that at this point because they have so many here and they're everywhere, as a lot of you know. So this is going to be my little review of this place, and wait till you find out what I have to say. All right, guys, so I'm outside their original location. It's here on 23rd Street in the city. Now, it's funny to talk about that because they've completely taken over Manhattan. They're everywhere. They're in Queens now, as you guys probably know. And what is it with the deal with this place? Now, there's a few things that Orange Theory definitely does right. Success doesn't happen by accident. Now, first off, the company was started with a lot of know-how in the fitness industry. Now, I started Better Body with know-how. I started our first location within a short time. We were among the most successful fitness businesses in America. But the Orange Theory starting story is much, much different. Their founder, or one of their two founders, or one of their founding team, started with franchise experience. He helped build Massage Envy from just a few locations to hundreds and hundreds of locations. Now, what he did at that point, what their founding team did, is they wanted to get into the fitness business. Now, there wasn't someone in the fitness business thinking of a fitness concept, building it from the ground up. It was a proactive business decision. So they found their other co-founder, who was a woman in Florida, and that's how the whole thing got started. They liked her concept, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna take this big with franchising in mind. When they opened, they only had just a few locations, and the business was built from the beginning to franchise. They opened a whole bunch of locations. They slowed down for a little bit to work on their business model a little bit, and then they kept growing from there. Now, there's a few more things to know about them. Since then, since their rapid growth, in under 10 years, they have nearly 1,000 locations. They've gone and taken money from some of the biggest people in the franchise world. So not only did they start with a whole bunch of experience, they went and took money from the most experienced people in franchising. So you have a winning combo, you have something in business that some people that really know what they're doing, and it's hard to do wrong in that case. We see brands begin and start and fail all the time, but when you stack the deck, when you start out knowing what you're doing, getting the best advice, you really set yourself up to be in the best position. Now, also to franchise like them, you have to have a few different things in your business that sets you apart. That what they call it is creating a moat around your business. Now, anyone can knock off one piece of what someone's doing. But when you have 3, 4, 5 things that you're doing really, really well, it becomes very hard to copy you. Now, a few things they do really well here is they have their heart rate system. You know that we have some version of that. Our MyZone system in some ways is superior to their Polar system, but they've really done their Polar system really, really well. They work with the company. They're always doing little cool things with that. So that's one way that they really set themselves apart. No one else that was in fitness was doing that type of thing when they started. Now everyone's doing it. Another thing they did really well is that they are based in a lot of ways on what CrossFit does. Now, CrossFit has a workout that's on a board. You go through it, you kind of AMRAP your way through it, where you do as many rounds as possible. That's a lot of how Orange Theory works. Their weight training area is body weight based. They have rowers. CrossFit's oftentimes make you run, so they'll make you run on the treadmill. So that's one of the things that they do that's kind of like CrossFit. And when they came up, the reason they started, the reason their founder was looking for a fitness concept is because he saw the expansion of CrossFit. He saw things like CrossFit taking off. He saw boot camps. Maybe he saw Better Body, who knows? But he saw the boot camp craze starting. So he was like, this thing is real. This thing is big. It's here to stay. Boutique fitness is hot. So let's get in this business. All right, guys, so let's walk and talk for a little bit. So we were just outside of Orange Theory. I gave you a lot of their history. And now let's talk about some of the important stuff. What's the differences between them and us, between Orange Theory and Better Body? who's better, right? I guess that's something everyone wants to now know. Well, first off, we talked about their business end. I gave you some information on their history. Now, in that, there's no comparison. Orange Theory started out with a lot of experience. Their founders knew exactly what they wanted to do from day one. So, those of you that know me, you know that I'm serious about this fitness business. We deal with it and take it, serious on a level that a lot of people don't really do, but we didn't start the same way Orange Theory did. So will we get somewhere like that someday soon? That's to be seen. We're definitely working towards that, but we still have a long way to go. One knock I hear about them is that their treadmill portion is boring and it's slow. But generally, if you hate walking on a treadmill, if you find it boring, if you find it monotonous, if you just feel like you're standing there, you're wasting your time, then you're not going to like Orange Theory. Now, another thing too about them is that their weight training section, whatever you want to call it, isn't very interactive. It's like something on the board, you kind of do it. Now, there's a lot of pros, a lot of pluses to them. Don't think I'm knocking them. They're a tough competitor because they have like a little station for each person. People care about that type of stuff. A better body, one thing we hear sometimes, you have to share equipment, there's not space. You don't have to worry about that stuff with Orange Theory. The difference with us is it is interactive, it is dynamic. It's not boring, it's never boring. So we're always changing things up, always making things fun. So you know what, guys, I really had nothing negative to say about them. I really admire their success and what they've been able to do. They keep going, they keep rolling. They really understand the business element. Now, as a trainer, as a fitness purist, that's where I see some of the areas that they aren't as good. But you know what? How could you say that? There are 1,000 locations. It's a lot easier to be good when you have a smaller business. So will Better Body be able to be as good as we grow and expand? That's to be seen. But for now, these guys are doing a good job. But again, like I talked about, a lot of our members have tried both, and anyone that tries both, they can make the decision. I'll put us against anyone in the fitness world any day of the week. When it came to doing these videos, I was thinking to myself, is it even worth it to talk about other fitness places? Am I advertising any of these guys? But I'm checking these places out, making sure that we can hold our own with anyone, taking the best points from them, experiencing them as a customer to see what they do wrong or what they do right. So learning all of those lessons, I've taken them, and again, we can hands down hold our own against anybody. Our trainers are Manhattan quality, world class. Our team and everything we do, if you open and read one of our emails, it passes a sniff test compared to any other branding, messaging, or marketing. Any of these companies, and again, the most important part, the workouts, we can hold our own with anyone. So forget about the mass marketplaces, the places that specialize in having a high-end service. I want us to be that good. So guys, we're not worried here about Orange Theory. If anything, we're using them as inspiration, as a model for what we can do, but we're always gonna stick to our guns. We're always gonna be different when it comes to the working out. Business is business, but this is about people, this is about fitness, and when it comes to that, guys, we're never going to drop the ball. So I have a few more places to go today, but that was fun checking out one of our chief competitors. I hope you liked it, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Take care.